So I came back from Infinity War a couple of hours ago, and I told myself to wait for, you know, the hype and the emotions to like come down a bit. I don't think that's never gonna happen. I don't think that whatever the feeling that I'm feeling right now after seeing the movie, that feeling is not gonna go away anytime soon. So might as well do the review now. The hype for this movie is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Not even Star Wars, The Force Awakens, has this type of hype. So obviously going in, I had my expectation. I got things that I wanted to see, things from the comic that I want to see adapted, and this movie surpassed my expectation in every way possible. I think with Avengers Infinity War, the Russo brothers, they have made a masterpiece in terms of cumulative filmmaking, cumulative storytelling. This is as good as you're gonna get. This is the 19th Marvel movies. Think about that. 10 years. 10 years worth of story. 18 movies. And for you to, as a filmmaker, to bring all of that and cram it into this 2-hour and 30-minute movies, and to tell everybody's story, to have every single one, almost every single one of them, and tell a complete story, to tell a cohesive story, and to have the movie make sense. Like this movie, unlike most of the Marvel movie before this, it doesn't feel like a setup. This movie does not feel like a setup for anything. It feels like the end of everything. And I have to give the Russo brothers a lot of credits for that. Like right from the get-go, the movie just give you a little like a sneak peek, like a first taste of what you're gonna get throughout the movie. It got kick-ass action. It introduced you to Thanos, who I think is Marvel's greatest villain ever. It gives you some of the most emotional moments in the history of the MCU. And my god, the spectacle of it, it's just the scale of it, it's insane. And speaking of Thanos, oh my god, this guy, he is not messing around. Right from the first scene, you just know for a fact that Thanos is here to stay. He is here to wreak havoc. And the Avengers, they're about to get their asses whooped, man. Like Thanos he is in charge. And I have to say, the special effect for him is incredible. It's like, you know, when I review Justice League, I said I didn't really have a problem with the CGI for Steppenwolf, but seeing what they did with Thanos, and then look back at Steppenwolf, I was like, Steppenwolf looks like shit. For the most part in this movie, Thanos looks like a real person. Just the level of detail on his face, and like the light shining on his bald head, and like the performance given by Josh Brolin, who I thought was brilliant. It's just everything that combined to make Thanos. It is incredible. Like I was just looking at him, just the design of him. And, you know, again, the VFX going into creating this character, it is amazing. It is out of this world. Now, the Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, they are some of my favorite comic books storyline. And as a big fan, I lost my shit when Marvel announced that they were gonna adapt the Infinity War comics into the movie and make that the third installment in the Avengers series. I was like, yo, this is gonna be dope. But now I was thinking about it, and I had my concern. I had a big concern, and my concern was Thanos himself. Now, as some of you might know, in the comic, Thanos tried to wipe out half of the universe to impress a woman that he loves. If that his motivation in the movie, I would have been pissed, because that's ridiculous. Like if you make a movie character a antagonist of the movie, where his motivation is to kill everyone on Earth, or half of the people on Earth, or, you know, in the universe, just to impress some girl, that would have been ridiculous. But they found a way, man. Like somehow, these people, like, they're so goddamn talented. They found a way to make that work on the big screen. They found a way to make Thanos a complex, a really fleshed out, really deep, really I mean, Thanos is such a well-written villain. Like, his motivation, you can get behind that. Like, it is a little extreme, like his action, very, very extreme, in fact, but when he was talking about what he wanted and why he's doing what he's doing, from a bad guy point of view, you can kind of get behind that. Like, it is not a terrible reason why he's, you know, doing all these terrible things, even though they're terrible. But you can kind of see where he's coming from. And that's why I love this character so much. One scene in particular of him and Gamora, I'm not gonna spoil it, but my god, that scene, it broke my heart. I am a damaged man. I'm a different man after that scene. Like, that scene just broke me. Emotionally, psychologically, it broke me. I feel like I've been gushing too much about Thanos. Let's talk about the heroes. They are awesome. It is so awesome to see not just the Avengers, but Guardians of the Galaxy in a movie together. That is crazy. Like, we live in a world where, you know, Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Spider-Man and Star-Lord and Thor and Captain America, Black Panther, all these characters sharing the screen together. That is crazy. And these actors, they brought their A game, man. Like, oh my gosh, this is some of the best acting that I have seen in a superhero movie, in a blockbuster movie, in a long, long time. The Russo brothers, they know how to film an action sequence. In this movie, they toned down the shaky cam a little bit. I, for one, kind of enjoyed the shaky cam in Winter Soldier, but I can totally appreciate the fact that they went for a different approach. A wide shot. As an audience, when you're watching an action scene, you actually see what is going on. Like, you actually see, you know, how a character sort of do their moves, especially with Cap and Black Panther. They have some really dope hand-to-hand combat sequences, and you do see that. Like, you know, sometime editor, they would do too many cut for one move, like one punch or one kick. It could take them like 3 or 4 cuts. But here, in one cut, you could get like 3, 4, maybe sometimes even 5 punches from Captain America, and that is really, really awesome. There are some classic superhero movie moments in this film that just, it made me clap, it made me smile, it made me laugh and cry, and oh my god, I just got goosebumps constantly. Now, I don't want this video to be about me geeking out about this movie, right? This is, after all, a movie review, and when I review movie, I'm gonna tell you 1 or 2 things that I did not like about the movie, even though I can't really say that these things are negative. But it's just like a really little nitpick that I have. I feel like for an average audience member, it could be a bit unbalanced, it could be a bit jarring. Like, you jump from place to place and character from character really, really quickly. And I feel like for the most part, they did a really good job of juggling, you know, all these characters and all these different storylines. But for like an average moviegoer, it could be a bit too overwhelming. Some new characters show up and they have very little introduction and they just kind of dare to do things. So to someone who's not like super familiar with these materials, it could be a bit confusing. The pacing might be too fast for some people. Like, this is not like when I talk about pacing, usually when I have problem with a movie pacing, it would be, most of the time it would be the pacing is too slow. But for this movie, even though it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, the pacing could be a bit too fast for some people, not for me personally, because I think the pacing for this movie is perfect. Like, I did not get bored whatsoever. The fact that it jumped like all over the place, it kind of make the pacing work for me in a weird way. In the end, guys, Infinity War is without a doubt my favorite movie of this year so far. I know it's still very early, but I honestly don't see many movies that could top this movie. I'm not saying that there won't be a movie that would be better in quality, but it's just the way that this movie made me feel. I don't think there will be another movie this year or any year that would make me feel that way again. Like, this is too much! It got everything that you could possibly ask for in a movie like this, and for me personally, I felt everything that I need to feel watching a movie. And for that reason, I'm gonna give Avengers Infinity War a 10 out of 10. I cannot stand assholes spoil movie for people, especially when it comes to movies like these. There are always people who would go on Twitter and Facebook and try to spoil the movie for everybody. Don't be that person. Don't be an asshole. Hey guys, thank you for watching my review. If you have seen Avengers Infinity War, let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And also let me know if you would like to see a spoiler review on this channel. Like, I think I said it before, when I do a spoiler review, I tend to do it with, like, another person, because I want to, like, bounce back and forth with another sort of a perspective, like, kind of like what I did with Batman v Superman and Star Wars The Last Jedi. So let me know if you would like to see something similar on my channel. And if you enjoy my review, hit the like button, subscribe to me if you want to see more reviews like this. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.